let's dive into it. I'm getting antsy. I want to play more slop. I think I'm on attempt 303, right? What's up, Kestrel? What's up, Zio? What's up, Barricade? Hello, hello. I am ready to play some slop. I was watching Illusory Wall play a bunch of it last night, and I was like, man, I could just go upstairs and start up a new file, right? How's it going, everyone? We're gonna say we're on 303. That's fine. I like this start. Forgot to drink water today. I feel ya. I also forgot to drink water today, but it's fine, because I am back on my bullshit of drinking lots and lots of Wawa coffee. Now, it's not delicious banana-flavored Wawa coffee. That is gone, and probably will never return, because I like it so much. But I have...
Stay hydrated.
That's good advice. What's up, Blitz? How's it going? QQ's still streaming for a few minutes. Has he gotten close to a PB today? Another 0.3 second PB. Good to see you, Blitz. Yeah, for a while I tried cutting back on the coffee because my heart condition thing was kind of flaring up a little bit. I think we're definitely going to want to go with Warrior. Dude, everything's got Quelaag's Fury Sword, dude. I was talking about this the other day. I was like, I haven't had Quelaag's Fury Sword in forever. Miyazaki was like, I gotta get my hooks back in them. I think we gotta go with Thief, man. May the slop be with me. Thank you, Duck. I appreciate it. I like these pants. What pants are these? It's like Wanderer's boots or some shit. Now we are starting as Thief, which means we do not need the Master Key, and then I almost selected it anyway. Also, I mean, here's the thing. Black firebombs are nice, but there's 10 of them. I think we're gonna do something crazy, chat. We're gonna go with Twin Humanities to start, because we got a weapon that scales with humanity. I might be thinking smarter than anyone's ever thought, and especially the way I'm describing being smart. Yeah, big brain time. Holy shit. The prophecy has been fulfilled, Barricade. You told me yesterday. I told you I would forget, and then I said you would redeem it today, and I would remember and be like, holy shit. What's up, Crescent Moon Queen? Good to see you. Let's go with the bun. This one goes out to my buddy Bun Dumpling. Hell yeah. Alright, chat, let's go. Lucky number 303, I think. It might be the second time we're doing lucky number 303, but it doesn't matter. No one cares. No one's keeping track of it. Illusory Wall's been doing, like, a spreadsheet and shit. I'm like, that's so smart. Chat, I think we just popped the humanity immediately. Wait, let's see what pants these are. Hollow Thief's Tights. So it makes it a remastered. I'm gonna have Miyazaki's eye on me soon. If you get coffee, you get decaf. I almost did the Twin Humanity. Talking about how smart I am, I almost did the Twin Humanity here and then Dark Signed away. Alright, Gargoyle's not my favorite. I think we should be okay, but that was the worst attempt at a roll. Yo, what's up, Nandy Beats? Hello, hello. Not 70 yet. Almost. That's almost halfway there, Kestrel. You're almost halfway to 70. You fucking dude. I could not have dodged that any worse, I think. Damn. Did not get it. Alright, I've been... What is this poise, dude? I feel like Newman in Jurassic Park. Stick, stupid! Let's. I'm gonna go and when he's like, I'm gonna go back to my car and I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna do that to this guy. Figure a 24-ounce cup of decaf has about the same caffeine as a small 8-ounce Red Bull. So why not get the big cup? That is some smart thinking. That reminds me of anyone ever watched that show Hey Arnold? Any Hey Arnold heads in chat? Yeah, it's Newman. I know his name is Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park, but he's Newman forever. How you doing, Algie? When Hey Arnold, when Harold is on a diet, and he gets... Every day he gets 2, like, fudge bars, and then he's on his diet. Watch out, radioactive man. So he gets the half fat fudge bar, and he's like, half the fat and half the taste. And he's like, all right, I'll take 4 of them. And Arnold's like, Harold, that's the same thing as just eating 2 of the regular ones. Up and at them. Dude, this guy sucks. Oh yeah, Wayne Knight, yeah. It's like a Batman alter ego.
Mr. Prime
Holy
Minister!
shit, Shahan! Shahan, thank you for the Prime sub.
Kitty,
Zia, thank you
kitty,
for the 100
kitty.
bits.
I pet the kitty. Pet, pet, pet. Hey, 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 hey.
Thank you guys for the hype train. Holy shit, Shahan. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, dude. I really appreciate that. Go ahead and update the health bar here. How you doing, Shahan? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. God damn it. Too many buttons. There we go. Yeah, we're going to be darkening the souls. Thank you, Frostwad. I do need to lower that. I do need to lower the cost of that. I like how Oscar held on for like 5 additional minutes. Holy shit. Zio, thank you for the gift sub. Trying to get that Princess Donut chat badge. Thank you so much, dude. Go ahead and just update the health bar again. Before I forget all this hype. How could I forget all this hype? Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. I wish it wasn't such a miserable experience trying to click out of Dark Souls Remastered. I'm doing the same problem each time. Yo, Zio, thank you for gifting a sub to Blitz. Hell yeah. Damn it. There's too many things, man. I need like a dedicated monitor. I do have another monitor, like literally right there that I should set up, but I haven't. Gift a sub in 2 days? No need to do that. Yo, what's up, Samo? Good to see you, buddy. Oh shit! I did not pay attention to my health.
I love my job, 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 I love my job,
That's what I have in my head all the time as well. Frostbite, holy shit! Thank you for the 300 bits. Where am I? What am I doing here? I got distracted and I forgot to heal, so we lost that run instantly. Hey, what's up, Fairy? How you doing? Downloaded the Duskbloods. Haven't listened to that menu music yet. You gotta. It's pretty good. Said it so many times. You gotta. Yeah, you can tell that it's how much she loves her job. Okay. Too many buttons, dude. I got too many buttons. Too much bullshit. Butterfly affected the whole stream with that distraction. No, it's more the hype train. I'm gonna pretend to be really mad that you guys are sending me bits.
Speaking of job, y'all want to hear something gnarly? There has been an influx of maggots at the dairy in the past 7 days. It is comically disgusting.
Good lord, Zio. See, that's why you gotta go to Wawa. in the wars of the tri-state area convenience stores. That's why Wawa's #1, baby. I assume. I did not show everyone the Philly Fanatic Cup. Another reason to go to Wawa. You can get the what's it called? The Philly Curveball. The woman at Wawa making us this this Fanatic smoothie was like the Philly Curveball. I was like, is that what it's called? She's like, yeah, I've just been calling it the Fanatic. I was like, that's what I've been calling it. No one's gonna call it the Curveball. It's good though. You don't have Wawas in Western North Carolina. What is your go-to convenience store? The new COO accomplished the opposite of his job. I'm sure he'll walk away with a very nice bonus, Zio, maybe after laying off some of your coworkers who prevent maggots from infesting the milk or whatever. Sometimes you forget that the rest of the world doesn't know about Wawa. It is my duty as a lifelong Wawa lover to spread the word of Wawa. Samo will appreciate this. I saw on the last Finale Friday, my buddy Jay was drinking the old Wawa iced tea. A lot of Sheets, hell yeah. Sheets is pretty good. I like Sheets. I haven't been to a Love's. Yeah, I've never been to a Buc-ee's. I really want to go though. The J word so much. I don't know what the J word is. Wawa? Wawa begins with a W. Gonna go ahead and re-roll. Alright, chat. Well, I would have really liked to use that Quelaag's Fury Sword, especially with the 2 humanity, but them's the breaks. Every time I'm watching someone else do slop streams, I like sit there and I like see them taking their time. Like, Illusory Wall is so good at this because he really takes his time and he has so much knowledge about the game. And then I'm just like, duh. Like, every time I just fucking... Buc-ee's feels like a small country. You hate Loves? They're so much more expensive. Damn. What's up, Fairy? Need to see when Duskblood starts. So, are you in Eastern time? I'm not sure about North Carolina. I think it would be, right? If so, it starts at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. on Friday until 10 a.m. on Friday. So I will be late. Yeah. So it's 3 a.m. Pacific time. So it's like, it starts at 6 a.m. So I'm going to be waking up bright and early. I would stream it for everyone, but Miyazaki would kill me. I think that's what it says in the agreement. If you stream it, Miyazaki will kill you. It is early. That's how all of the... I think that's the time that all the network tests have happened. I think it's an hour longer. I think it's an hour longer than like the Night Rain and the Elden Ring ones were. I want to say the other ones were 3 hours. I mean, I could obviously go back to my first Night Rain streams and see if that is true. I think it was 3 hours, though. But, yeah, I'm going to be not sleeping very much. Which is why I'm drinking that delicious Wawa coffee. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll talk about it as well when I stream after the weekend. I'll talk about my impressions of Duskblood. The Duskbloods. Okay, let's see. I just want to see something here. Okay. Where are we? All right, surely this run's going to be a lot better. I think we got everything dialed in to where we need it to be. Certainly won't get distracted again by anything cool happening. Surely the game will pop up on OBS. There we go. I can already confirm the logos that pop up for Duskbloods, much different. It's like Night Rain or Elden Ring since the patch where it's like From Software on a black screen so you don't get flashbanged. And then it's like every other logo is on like one screen. It's pretty funny. The dichotomy of this stream chat. Don't tell anyone in my chat what is going on in QQ's stream chat, Blitz. I would prefer we don't talk about the conversations that were going on in the conversations that led QQ to modding me on his YouTube. I feel like YouTube wasn't even that bad, honestly. It was very funny hearing the one topic earlier that QQ was like, can we stop saying these words, please? Oh, the same hat. And then right as like that kept happening, a very sweet chatter just came in. Lady Maria Bloodborne came in and gifted like 100 bits. And I was like, man, Lady Maria coming in with that word being discussed so much is quite a bit. Garl Kermanovich. I could name that, yeah. Let's see here. I don't think that'll be long enough. Sean, I could do a Garl Kerm, though. I honestly forgot that was a channel point thing. This sword kind of sucks. But I think everything here kind of sucks. And with Deprived, we at least have a little bit less equipment load. Garl Kermit. Kerm. Well, I mean, we can try and do the full government. The full doxing government name. That I'm so secretive of. I remember people being like, damn, I can't believe, like, your username is, like, mostly your actual name. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm also pretty open about being in that Andrew WK music video where I am fully credited. And I talk about my bands all the time, and it takes very little research to know my name. Garl Vinland. Do you want Garl Vinland? I forgot about that channel point redemption. Everyone's too hungry for the QQ noise. Garl Vinland. I don't know if we can... Yeah, I don't think we can do the number, but who cares? We just started doing the number anyway. Garl Vineland. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Call my bank? They'll be like, we don't want to talk to you. What's the 300k points? I don't even remember what that is. I know it's not the backseat one. From the Vineland, yeah, from Vineland, New Jersey. Garl Vineland. What's his sister's name? Oh, to spam QQ 100 times? Hell yeah. Well, it'll probably be significantly cheaper eventually when I remember. Yeah, steal my ID and pay my bills. I'll have to use the grant if I find it. Oh, that's like, what, 50 strength it takes and probably a faith requirement? I would use the grant if if I had the stats for it, and I will just never have the stats for that. Yeah, it'll be Remind. One of these days, chat. One of these days. I was thinking about, maybe we can tie this to the charity thing, too. Have you guys seen, co-working streams? Streams where people just are working and they hang out with their chat. I was like, I could do that just with stream bullshit. Like all the shit that I need to do for stream. This Balder, dude, Miyazaki's paying this dude extra. I don't even remember what the fucking weapon that I have here is. Well, your points were well spent, Shahan. You saw Bash Bunny doing the co-working stream thing? Yeah, I was thinking I could do a co-working stream. Yeah, rip to Garl. Now we'll have to do Dark Beast Parl. But yeah, I was like, I could just do a co-working stream and just only do the fucking Twitch shit that I need to do. It's the only way I will remember everything that we need to do. And then I can test the alerts and stuff as well. Rest in peace, Garl Vinland. Did I, like, forget to, like, scale down the asylum or something? Did it, like, change? Scale tutorial, enemies, and boss, no matter what. No, they're scaled down. They're just kicking my ass. They heard I was excited to play Slop today, and they're like, nope. Garl Vineland. How's everyone in chat doing? I feel like I've been anxious all day. That's not really all that new. It's kind of a default state of being for me, especially in 2026, but... Yeah, you don't think the game wants to be nice? It'll be nice when it needs to be nice. What's up, Llama? Thank you for the luck. I'm gonna take that as Llama giving me the luck. Garl Vineland. Thank you for the channel points, Zio. Ooh, Bandit. I mean, this is significantly heavier, though. Crow. Hey. Krobus is running around all crazy style. All goofy style. Yeah, Warrior, like, no question. Decent shield, too. It's a good weapon. If we find some twinkling, we're in good shape. Productive day? Getting shit together? Hell yeah. Looking forward to what's coming your way? Hell yeah. That's great to hear. We were talking about the Vagrant drop. I was talking about that with Illusory Wall because they're guaranteed to drop stuff. Like, if they drop something, they're guaranteed to drop Humanity or Twin Humanity. And it makes no sense that I've literally never gotten a drop from them. Yo, what's up, Greer? The Duskbloods network test starts on Friday. It runs all weekend. There's like 2 sessions a day, so like 8 hours each day this weekend. So I haven't started it yet, but it's available to download. So you can download it. Dude, this is... This is ideal, chat. I didn't want to say anything. We can still have a heartbreak moment here, depending on what this enemy is. Yeah, that's not ideal. It's not free open testing. There was a sign up for it. I would really like to know what he drops, but not gonna risk it. Ceaseless Discharge is probably my ideal boss to have here. So, Greer, if you signed up, you don't get an email for it. You have to go to, there's like a site. Like if you, I forget what it is. If you search it, you should be able to find it. I thought the same thing. I was like, damn, I guess I didn't get in. But there's like an actual site. It's like a Japanese site. It's like the Duskbloods main site, Japanese site. And previously, before today, it just said you have been accepted. But if you go to it and you log in with the account that you like signed up with, if you're in there, you'll have the download code. They didn't really do a very good job of explaining that whole situation. Let me hit him through the wall. Thought it was Bed of Chaos. Bed of Chaos would be a waste here because Bed of Chaos is essentially a free fight in like almost every arena that it's in. Baby skeleton. All right, we can definitely hit him there. Yeah, did you apply? If you didn't apply yet, then unfortunately that window passed. But if you signed up already and you applied, it's worth checking. Can't remember. Well, it's worth checking. But yeah, I have no idea what the Duskbloods is about either. I think apparently there was a leak of like the starting classes. Like the name of the starting classes. I don't even know if I'm hitting him, honestly. I'm definitely hitting him, I just don't know if it's doing any damage. It looks cool as hell, though. I will never forget the feeling I had when I first saw Duskbloods. And I was like, what is this fucking From Software wannabe game? Is what a full sequel. Yeah, you get a download code, yeah. So I had signed up in July. Oh, I definitely am dealing damage to him, dude. Am I? Wait, maybe not. Maybe I'm dealing damage, but it's not actually reducing the health bar. All right, chat. Here we go. We might just die immediately. Or we might just kill his ass dead. Yo, what's up, Phoebe? Calling you out. Usually I don't call out followers if they're trying to lurk or anything, but I recognized the name and I was like, oh, hey. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alright, chat. This is a very interesting run so far because we have one of the best weapons. That was one of the worst bosses to come up on. I don't think since I've updated the enemy randomizer, I don't think I've been able to kill that boss with its like AI actually working. Doing well? Hell yeah. I think we can just go with vitality for now. Alright, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, Shahan, so the only scaling that exists in this challenge is in the asylum. And then once you kill, once you get past the tutorial, there's no longer any scaling. So if I found Ceaseless anywhere else, very unlikely that I would do any damage to him, like that I would be able to kill him. We're gonna... You motherfucker, dude! Oh, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. Where's Plank? Is Plank here? Where the fuck's Plank? 10% Plank. He doesn't even have anything good, dude. Alright, listen. That is simply the tax that we had to pay to get Ceaseless out of the way. Murder, kill him. I am tempted, but he would probably kill my ass dead. It's alright, chat. Here's the thing. We can probably find another one of those since we started with it. Crest key immediately is pretty wild. I think... So here's the reason why I'm not going to kill Petrus, even though he deserves it. And I want to. The reason I'm not going to kill him... I have a butcher's knife that he can't use? True. Yo, what's up, QQ? We got a good weapon here, chat. Maybe we can level up. How much do I need for that? I need way too much strength for that. Welcome in, everyone from QQ's chat. Hello, hello. QQ chat. Gonna need you all to behave. We are a place of maturity and thoughtful discussion. Not any of the stuff I saw y'all talking about in QQ's chat. Did that one get louder? That one seemed like it was louder. Welcome in, everyone. Hope everyone had fun in QQ's stream. I know you guys did. Nice, another fucking giant weapon I can't use. Yeah, exactly. I was alluding to it earlier, QQ, and I was like, no one tell my chat. Blitz mentioned it. Life on Scythe. We actually might be able to downgrade this. And QQ wonders why this happens. Something just died. Maybe that was the knight. I guess let's level up our decks for now. Oh no, it's fine. That's also the type of shit my chat would talk about, so I didn't want to say the word. It was also very funny, QQ, when that, oh man. Thank you, Frostwad, for the...
Now QQ can talk about gooning to food porn. Now QQ can talk about gooning to food porn. Now QQ can talk about gooning to food porn. Now QQ can talk about gooning to food porn. Now QQ can talk about gooning to food porn. Now QQ can talk about gooning to food porn.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Frostwad. Let me go ahead and update the health bar as well. Oh, good news, chat. Our health bar is now at 670. It's pretty funny. Oh yeah, no worries though. I was inviting it by saying I want your chat to behave. I know better. I know better. They're just learning that they don't have to behave here either. Booning. Yeah, Shahan, you should Google the culinary aspect, the wonderful culinary. But as I was saying, there was like a very wholesome moment in QQ's chat when I first got there where a user account, Lady Maria Bloodborne, came into chat and gave 100 bits to QQ and was like, hey, sending you good luck, good hunter or something. I was like, that's really cute. And everyone was just talking about Fuda. And I was like, oh my god, dude, Lady Maria coming in when everyone's talking about Fuda, like that's a very cursed
What's
thing.
CHA gonna do, brother? When QQ Mania goes wild on talking about gooning to Futa.
I'm agnostic. I appreciate that people like it. That's what I'll say. I'm not one to yuck anyone's yum. Streamer just said Fuda was yum. But yes, welcome in everyone from QQ's chat. I guess the cat's out of the bag and yeah, we got the cage key. Speaking of the topics that we're discussing, we just got the cage key, chat. Which I only thought of in terms of Dark Souls. Oh, we can actually use this. The only thing is this weapon sucks shit. Fettuccine pasta, exactly. But Illusory Wall in his chat was like, oh, cage key. He's like, that to certain, like, certain demographics has a completely different meaning than, like, unlocking a cage in Sen's Fortress. And I was like, oh my god, I've never thought of that. Not the cage key, dude. Again, not here to yuck anyone's yum. Oh, shit, I forgot to downgrade this. Well, I guess we can see what it downgrades to. Oh, good, chat. It fucking... We can get a plus 10 whip. This run started out so good, dude. Okay, I did not even need to hit him again. I mean, I guess let's keep this for now. I don't know, man. I would like to not have the blood build, but, you know. Devo run? Yeah, we can whip it good. We'll probably find some other shit. Yo, what's up, Kels? Took home a Dark Souls baddie, call that a fire link. Hell yeah. Imagine this is the run. I would hope so. That would be really good. If this is the run, I'm just going to bleep out everything that I've said the past several minutes. I'm not going to fuck with the Dark Wraith, actually. Yes, yes. Hey, listen. I feel like this has been a very welcoming place for QQ's chat. Weirdly, though, I haven't seen any of my follows go up from it, which is... I'm not going to ban you like QQ. Mainly because my videos on YouTube get 0.001% of the viewership that QQ gets, so me talking about Fuda with you degens is not going to be seen by anyone. Thank you, Kels. I can probably backstab this guy, but we can probably also get him to just kind of run off. We can also just bleed ourselves to death. $66 damage isn't too bad, actually. Why are you flaming? Yeah, I just am aware of things on the internet. Okay, we didn't bleed there. Alright, got a better hat, I guess. That bridge looks like it should be breakable. In, like, future games, that bridge absolutely would be breakable. Yeah, we got Flash Sweat. We got a cooler coat. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope QQ had a good stream. It's always a good time in QQ's stream. It did feel like walking into a dumpster fire when I got there earlier today. Still can't stop laughing. I'm glad to hear it, Kestrel. Alright, we got the binoculars. We can bino boost, maybe. He also got moderated for content in a post he made in his own channel. So wait, like Automod said, like, are you sure you want to send that? I feel like these guys are always dropping clumps. Accidental copy paste of some smut. Did he like make like... Did he make that term like a moderated term or whatever? Yo, thank you, Mr. Brood. So far we did have a little bit of bad luck. We lost our great weapon, but it was our starting weapon, so there's a chance we could still find it somewhere else. And now we just get to loot. But we did have good luck with the first boss, which was Ceaseless Discharge, which is a boss I never want to fight in the actual game. Zio, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm excited to listen to whatever it is that the TTS
A little bit of
is.
Monica in my life.
Okay.
A little bit of Erica by
That's
my
so
side.
much better than what I was
A
expecting.
little bit of Ritu is all I need. A little bit of Tina is what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of Futa makes me your man.
Oh, god damn it. I should have read further before I expected Zio to... I was like, oh, a wholesome TTS. Zio, thank you for the 100 bits. See, that's what QQ should do. He should implement a rule where the only way you can talk about Fuda is via TTS. Is via, actually, I guess... I don't even know if QQ has TTS on his. I think he's more sane than I am of having 100 bits for TTS. Some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna... Do you guys remember, I think it was in like 2019, where Lou Bega of Mambo No. 5 fame did a collaboration with Scatman John, the Scatman himself. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. As huge Scatman John scat heads like myself, you're thinking, hang on a second, Scatman John 2019, Scatman John was depressingly and unfortunately long dead by 2019, and I would say that is correct. Lou Bega did a song with Scatman John after he died. And for some reason, Lou Bega just dubbed himself the Hat Man. So it was like Scatman, and I'm the Hat Man. And it was like a really shitty mashup of Mambo No. 5 and Scatman. Does anyone remember this? Calling out from Scatman's World. Hell yeah, Cosmic. Dude, Scatman's World, I think that song genuinely saved my life. I want to be a human being, not a human doing. I legitimately do really like Scatman John. I think he was great. I don't know too much about him aside from like the documentary that I saw about him. Scat and Fuda in chat. Good to, yeah. I'm just saying a bunch of words that are good to put in Google searches together, you know. I'm calling out from Scatland. I'm looking at like my uptime. I'm at like 45 minutes into the stream. I'm like, it does not feel like that much time has passed, but I guess it is just because it's been fun discussions the whole time. If you wanna break free, you just gotta listen to me. What's everyone's favorite Scatman John song? There's no wrong answer. You could say, I'm the Scatman, which is everyone's favorite. Understandably, everyone's favorite. Dude, there's a fucking Dark Wraith here, too. I think I gotta go with Scatman's World, though. He is the Scatman. Can these guys bleed? Not too familiar. You should listen to I'm sure you've probably heard I'm the Scat Man. That was the Scat Man. He's got another song called Scat Man's World, which is, I think, also the name of his album. And that song's actually really good. There was like a documentary. So back in the day, I was living in North Jersey. I have a bunch of friends up there. Yo, 215. This guy's dropping demon type. Zia, thank you for the 100 bits. I will update the health bar after dealing with this.
Bebop babada bopi ska bada bada ba du belita belai dabble a dabble a dabble about bella ba bella ba bella ba lab few to do belay do.
Twin Humanities, nice. Zio, thank you for the 100 bits. But I was living in North Jersey and had a bunch of friends up there. And at my friend's apartment, he had a... They like all worked at Apple. So they all had like... wait, did I actually update the health bar itself? I don't think I did. They all worked at Apple. And they had like a whole Apple environment in their house. So right next to his door, which was like right at like the ground level of his apartment complex, he had an Apple Airport, which is like their Wi-Fi thing, and an Apple TV. So when I got there, instead of ringing the bell or texting someone to let them know that I was there, I would just airdrop essentially, or like AirPlay or whatever it's called, the music video of I'm the Scat Man. Because it starts off very aggressively. I'm the Scat Man. I would just airplay that because I'm like, I know that these motherfuckers are just sitting in there watching something on YouTube or whatever on the Apple TV. And it just kind of became my theme song. Like, that was like, people were like, oh, Carl's here because Scat Man's playing. I have a lot of affection for Scat Man John. Okay, did I do this? Let's go ahead and update the health bar. All right, we're going to go and kill whatever replaces the golem and save Dusk. And we're going to see what Dusk has for us. Yeah, he just jumps off there, Shahan. So luckily some of these mini-bosses are pretty easy to kill because of stuff like that. You do a scat-along instead of hum to the songs? Yeah, so that enemy is really aggressive and jumps a whole bunch. It's Scatman's world and we're just living in it. It's true. Amen. Amen, Duck. Calling out from Scatland. Calling out from Scatman's world. Oh, but that song rocks. I highly recommend everyone listen to it. Hey, what's up, Greg? Slop's been interesting so far. This had a very promising start. And then I gambled on Petrus. Because I've been watching a lot of Illusory Wall, and he brings up a lot of good points about how it's worth it to gamble on Petrus. And my buddy Plank Plays was also saying that it's like a 10% chance for him to drop a weapon. To which last night Illusory Wall was like, I feel like it's a better chance than 10%, but it's usually worth going for. So I went for it, and he gave me a weapon that I couldn't use. Is that a necromancer? What is that? This is actually kind of tough. Okay. Should be good. Oh, hi, Dusk. You actually really like Scatman? Yeah, he's great. Just heard those songs the first time recently. Interesting. Yeah, it was very prevalent in the 90s. At least on the Scatman. So, when I was in high school as well, I had a teacher who was really bad at his job. I found out recently, or I might have known this at one point, but I was hanging out with an old high school friend, and he mentioned how our old teacher... I forget why he got, like, fired from one of the schools or something, but... He was tenured, so he got shuffled to our school until he retired, and he was like a really terrible teacher, and he was just fully checked out. And his name was Mr. Scattergood. And because of that, I went to an all-boys Catholic high school, so we were all just like menaces the entire time to any teacher that would allow it, and he didn't give a shit at all, so we all just got to act the fool the whole time. And kids in class would just go, "I'm the scat man," and then everyone in class would start going shibba-dibba-dub-dum-dub-dub-dum-dub-dub, and he would just stand there like, and then he'd be like, okay, so the multiplicative of the... He also kind of had like the speech impediment that like that makes it kind of sound like a 4-year-old talking. No disrespect, but he did talk like a 4th grade, like a 4-year-old. Mr. Scattergood. My high school was there. Shit happened in my high school that like sounds completely made up. It was a fucking zoo. It's very funny though. Fun place to go to school. I know a lot of people usually like hate. People usually hate high school. I had a very good time in high school. I feel very lucky about that. Okay, I mean, Dust didn't have nothing, I guess. Mr. Scattergood, man. It's quite a ragdoll physics there. We're not gonna comment on that one at all, chat. We're just gonna walk on by. Gotta remember that for the next character name. He did look like a little old owl as well. You have a lore question. Absolutely. I'll do my best to try and answer it. I think I think that has more to do with like the prowess of. I guess the immortality of the dragons has less to do with them not being able to die or be killed because of their scales, and more so like they can live forever. Like they're like lobsters or whatever that don't die naturally. Had a rough 2 years of high school. I'm sorry to hear that. Some overall great memories from freshman and sophomore year. Does he have no scales? I thought Calamite did, but I'm not sure. Their scales were just made of stone. But like they also can be killed, because I mean that's the whole thing. Like Gwyn was able to, you know, kill them all. I think it's like they just don't die of natural causes. Like they can just live forever, and they're really hard to kill because of their scales. Yeah, that's a good question, though. Cope and Seath. Yeah, what's up, Vorpal? Cope and Seath the Scaleless. Surprised that this weapon is kind of doing some work for us. I do hear the Hydra. To be honest, I don't love that. Oh, they were stripped off by Gwyn's lightning. Interesting. I mean, I guess that would make sense as well if Calamite... That's a bad enemy to replace the crystal lizard, dude. There's a kind of jellyfish. I don't know if this guy can make it down here. I guess he can. I don't know if he can see me from here, though. I don't think this guy bleeds, right? I mean, I will surely bleed if I'm trying to hit him. You like the idea of a giant hiding in a barrel like that? Whoa! That doesn't seem fair. Did that hit him, though? Okay, 99. This is like super not worth it, I feel like, but... Whew. Let's go, dude. Yeah, the Hydra's making such a ruckus. We'll just come back later. We can level up a bit. Taurus Demon doesn't give us too much. I feel like we can probably get behind the Hydra if we can make it all the way to the Hellkite Bridge. Oh, is that what it is, Shahan? Interesting if true. We do have a lot of humanity, which is nice. Did we ever check the item down here? I don't think we did. Alright, I think this is going to be another clump. Steel Helm. Oh, no, that wasn't a... Oh, Dusk is still just chilling here. She didn't, like, leave. Okay, so I guess we did get that item. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. Oh, I did kind of know about that. Because it's like after a certain amount of years, that's when, like... That's why, like, it's so much easier for people to bounce back when they're younger from, like, injuries and stuff versus, like, when they're older. Yeah, after 25. I think that sounds right to me. That's what it feels like. As someone who is comfortably on the other side of 25, it's definitely what it feels like. They turn into a tree that makes more jellyfish. That's some Night Rain, or some Elden Ring shit right there. I'm learning so much. I got the smartest chat on Twitch. That's a pretty good attack, honestly. The start of the ruination, hell yeah. Well, hey, happy belated birthday, Blitz. It's all downhill from here, literally. I also wish I was a tree. That sounds pretty nice. He's still not the youngest? Hell yeah. Yeah, 25 years ago, I was 11 years old. An old man just put me in a coffin. Put me in a coffin and send me down the river. Hello, the God 3044. Old, very old. What's up, Grungo Trigger? About to buy 2 and 3. Nice. Have you played Dark Souls before, the God? Good game. Gold pine resin. I don't think I can use it on this because I think this is a twinkling weapon, but... Played Elden Ring? Hell yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy Dark Souls. I know it's like a lot slower than the combat of Elden Ring, but the world design in this game is much more like concise and considered, and I really like it. Also, I hope you enjoy Dark Souls 2. That game gets dunked on a lot, and it has its flaws for sure. But it's a good game. Oh, dude. 1, 2, and 3, hell yeah. I definitely recommend playing them in the order that they came out, for sure. It's alright, we got humanity here, so we're fine. Dying to the big rat would be pretty funny. Especially because, like, there's no reason to fight him like this right now. Yeah, this won't be too much of a spoiler for you if you're not super familiar with Dark Souls, because I'm doing a randomizer, so like the areas are all the same, but all of the enemies in it are completely different. So you'll see like weapons and stuff that you're likely to not see. Well, there goes that weapon that was doing doing some good shit for us. What do I need for this? Okay, so I just need a little bit more strength. Playing Dark Souls 2 does make you more immune to BS. Yeah, I like Dark Souls 2. Dude, we got some Lizzies. We got some Lizzies. Andre, these prices are a little outrageous. I don't know if I need the Lloyds. That's not going to be worth. Enchanted Ember. He's got the Great Club. The Great Club is very good. What should you know when you first start out? Just kind of go through and play and enjoy it, you know? Yo, what's up, Abner? Of course I remember you. How could I forget? Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, I would say just don't, like, look anything up. But if you get hard stuck or anything, obviously. My recommendation for starting Dark Souls is, like, don't look anything up, especially about the story. And you only get one first playthrough of it. So even if you're going through and you have, like, a really shitty build, then I think, like, that just makes it kind of more fun. So that's what I would recommend. Just find a weapon that you like and try and level up towards that. But if you've played Elden Ring, you probably have a general idea of how, like, upgrading weapons and stuff like that works, so you should be good. Yo, Caress. Playing DS2 right now. Like it more than DS1? Hell yeah. Dark Souls 1 is definitely my favorite. But I do appreciate Dark Souls 2. I like a weird sequel, you know? You would recommend Scholar? I've only played Vanilla. Well, that's not true. I did play a little bit of Scholar of the First Sin, but that was explicitly to help Illusory Wall with some research. Okay, so we can at least use this weapon. Jumping is the biggest hurdle. I think you can change that as well, right? Not recommend Scholar? We got fight. We got chat fighting. I disagree completely with that scaling. I mean, it depends on, you know, your own personal preference. I like Dark Souls 3 the least. Each game has their each game has their flaws and their strengths. But to me, the things that I like about Dark Souls that was like the least present in Dark Souls 3. Here, I'll give you another quick little hint about Dark Souls 1. When you're running, if you have like a shield or you're two-handing a weapon and you're running, you might want to just hold it like this. And I'll show you why. So if you're running and then something tries to attack you, like that Black Knight, if you try and dodge, you hit the dodge button and you jump. With this, if you're holding this, instead of jumping, you roll. Don't pick Pyromancer. I started with Pyromancer, and I love Pyromancer. I'd be interested to know why you would say don't pick Pyromancer. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 had a lot of fan service for the other, you know, particularly Dark Souls 1. And it's just like the boss fights in that game are super fun. But I just think, like, the world design isn't as good. It leaves a lot to be desired for me. I think also the enemy spam is really rough, like the enemy mobs and stuff. Chat, is that weapon that almost killed me. Check this out, chat. Watch this. When you do a jump attack with this weapon, you go forward. Isn't that crazy? Have you guys seen this before? This is like the most impressive thing to do in Dark Souls, actually, is be able to do that. I don't think anyone has ever been able to accomplish this exact move. See what I'm doing, chat? Anyone see what I'm doing? So I'm doing a jump attack, and I'm going forward. Usually with this weapon, when you do a jump attack, you actually go the opposite direction. Which seems like a dumb design thing. Fuck, man. God damn it. Whatever. Fuck that weapon. That weapon got my ass killed. So Andre does have the great club. He should be at the club. Okay, chat, I think we're going to make our way back to Andre. I do have to run some ads really quick. So I'm going to run the ads. It's going to be 3 minutes. You're not going to miss anything. It's just me going back to Andre. So, in theory, you won't miss anything. We do have to run past a couple of enemies. I have to run ads on my channel, unfortunately. And I try and minimize when you'll be, like, missing actual content. So, shouldn't miss anything. But, gonna run those ads, and then we'll get back into the run after that. But let's see here. This run's been interesting. It's always interesting to have to loot. Did the ads start? I feel like shit's just like kind of not working today. Am I still live? The Twitch dashboard's being really strange. Yeah, did chat die? Am I still live? Okay, I am still live. It's not letting me run the ads, I think. Try again later, man. Fuck Twitch. Chat croaked for a minute. It's also showing, like, I think the Twitch dashboard, Twitch mobile just crashed. Yeah, there's probably some Twitch bullshit happening. I didn't drop any frames or anything. On desktop now? Yeah, Twitch having some issues. Shocking. Oh my god, that was actually really scary. Stun melt everything. Robbie taught you that? Yeah, the Hulk Hogan build. The television's Hulk Hogan build. No way. Is that true, Brood? That sucks. Seems fine now. Yeah, it's actually running the ads, which is nice, but... Thought your internet was dying? I don't remember how much strength I need for... I'm kind of tempted to just buy this for now, because we can at least use it. Thank you for the attempt at, cheer. Didn't even cheer. Yeah, I think they, brought down bits. They took away bits. I'm trying to think of where I can even go. So there's this guy. I think we need to grab the rapier. Just so we can at least fight some enemies. We might be able to do a little soul farm that I saw Illusory Wall doing. Hell yeah, Blitz. Dude, I love that emote so much. Yeah, Twitch mobile sucks. Is Andre related to Gwen? I think there's theories about that, but I don't think there's anything in-game that suggests that. They do have similar beards. They do look similar. Alright, welcome back from the ads. You didn't miss anything other than me almost getting stuck by the Titanite demon. There we go. Zio, thanks for the 100 bits.
Twitch is a giant piece of shit and the app is hot dumpster garbage. Fuck Twitch, fuck Amazon, fuck everything about all of them.
Zia, thank you for the 100 bits. So we did, we did buy the rapier here. Just so we can kill this thing and hopefully kill some other enemies. God, this is not a great weapon for this situation, but... He used to be Gwyn's descendant in, yeah, like in an earlier part of development. Who's killing who? This says a lot about humanity. The nature of humanity, you know? What does he drop? Oh yeah, gold pine resin, actually. Had it with these ghosts, yeah. Here's the clip you were trying to... Yeah, the context is now lost. Now the clip is broken? Hell yeah. Pine resin's actually pretty interesting. Not against this guy. Maybe we can... Okay. Bye. So that kind of takes away our ability to do the soul farm. There's another one of these guys? Dude, look at this dog shit. That boar can absolutely one-shot me. It's another DLC, dickhead. I might be able to get him to fall as well. Like, we might be able to get the boar to fall. Oh, dude, I got stuck on that rock. Oh, I thought he was backing up. My ass is gonna fall down here. Easy 2k souls. So, the soul farm that I was hoping to do... The boar is what's really scary. Okay. It's one way to deal with it, I guess. So what I really wanted to do was rest at this bonfire up here, but I don't think it's really that safe. With the 2 DLC guys, and not really an easy way to kite them off the edge here. I was going to rest at this bonfire, and then farm these guys depending on what's in here. I guess I don't really need to kill this thing, but maybe it drops something. Yeah, going backwards to that board might not be... Yeah. That strat is just completely out, but we can do this at least. This also might be pretty foolish here. I need to remember that they can stomp. Alright, we're out of pine resin. I don't really necessarily want to use it again. Dude, this is what slop has become for me the past several streams. Is like this exact loop of like using a rapier to do like no damage against a big ass enemy that sucks. Oh shit, okay. Not ideal. Did I get some soft humanity from anything? I don't think I used 5 humanity, but I may have. Easy? Yeah. That's how I would describe what happened. Watch the item be a blossom or something. We can also kind of just check what the butterfly is. No one ever suspects the butterfly. Oh, this is definitely like a Painted World guy. Like if it's Asylum Demon up here. Asylum Demon would be ideal. Ugh. Oh, but Brood, speaking of the horrible fucking AI ad, I do not watch Twitch ads anymore. I have Twitch Turbo. So I don't know the hell that I unleash on people. So Iron Golem, I think, is doable with this, chat. It's just concerning with the grab attack, because he can throw me off the bridge and kill me. So it's not really worth fighting him right now, I don't think. You have your methods to avoid ads, hell yeah. But what I was going to say is... What is this? Oh, that's a skeleton, I think. Pierce is like 0 damage? Maybe. AI ads are prevalent now. Twitch is fucking... Like, all the shit with the generative AI, like, training on opt-in by default, which, reminder, if you go to my my pinned message, should take you right to your settings where you can turn that shit off. Twitch knows that no one wants that shit, and that the only way that people will use it is if you have it on by default. So you should just go and turn it off, even if you don't, like, stream. Wrapping sausage wrapping for 40 seconds, which was a unique experience. That sounds horrible. What kind of training data could they be collecting? It's just, like, bullshit. Apparently, it can also, like, if you have it on in your channel, it can also, like, be training from Twitch chat. So, I mean, on the plus side, I feel like this Twitch chat and QQ's Twitch chat are at least filling the AI models with futa, which is good. Yeah, funny, but they aren't supposed to be. I don't even think I've seen any of the AI. Like, I know it was on Embarb's channel for a while because he kept forgetting to turn it off, but... Oh, dude, we're not fighting this guy. Are there even any items down here? Let's just go to where the wolf ring is, I guess. Where is the wolf ring? Where's Randomsome when you need her? Travago has a huge push on AI ads still. Ugh. Is there any other items down here, chat? I feel like the bone pillar isn't too... But yeah, highly recommend, even if you don't stream, go to those settings and turn it off anyway, because I suspect that if people have it on, they get metrics for that, and they're like, I mean, look, people are complaining about it, but the data's right here. It's still on for all these different accounts. So I've been recommending everyone turn that shit off. I'm very worried about something coming up behind me here. Using a pine resin here seems a little silly. Yeah, the fucking slug, dude. I knew it. I knew something was going to be coming this direction. Using AI at work. My boss is also very insistent that I use AI at work, and it drives me fucking crazy. Not a fan. It started quoting your own email as evidence. What I've been doing is, because I'm being forced to use it, I've just been taking screenshots of every time it's told me something wrong, and then said, oh, that's a good catch. What I said you should do, you should actually do the exact opposite of it. One of the times it literally said to me, I understand why you're frustrated, because I am just straight up like, you are a fucking piece of shit and suck. And it's just like, I understand your frustration. That was my bad. You were right. It's like, I know. Soul of a hero. Yeah, it's like, I feel like they don't even give a shit about if it's good data that they're getting versus, like, shitty data that they're getting. Because it's just, they just need data. They just need to be able to point to the shareholders and, like, dangle keys in front of them and be like, look, 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 we got all this data. Look at all this data that we're collecting. It doesn't do anything yet, but it could do... We just need bigger data centers, dude. We just need to poison more towns. We need to get rid of all the water on Earth, and then this is going to be life-changing technology. Computer programming for you? You don't know any programming? That's a whole other thing altogether, Kels. So my whole thing with AI is it should have never really left, like, the engineering sphere of how it operates. Like, it could be a really good tool for programming, and I've heard from, like, high-level programmers who have, like, PhDs in coding and shit that it is actually really good for their workflow. But the problem with it is that it's also just introduced a world of what people call vibe coding, which is like, I don't really know how to code, so I'm going to have it build this complex code that I don't fully understand. And this isn't like a knock on you at all. This is kind of just ever-present everywhere. And it's just so fucking, like... So, like, pretty much the number, like, the... I'm not like a great coder or anything. Like I've taken a couple programming courses and I was decent at it when I was working on it. Spaghetti AI code, exactly. So coding 101, one of the first things that you learn about coding is garbage in, garbage out. So if you're coding something and you don't have full knowledge, the whole reason that I didn't go into coding after high school was because it was like, I took a programming course and it was the most stressed that I've ever been, but it was such rewarding work and stuff that I was like, this is awesome. I love knowing how to do this. This is really cool. I think the stress would fucking kill me. And the main reason for that is if you're a coder and you get hired somewhere, you could have no idea what the company that you're hired for is doing. Like, it's like an insurance company, and you're like, I don't really know anything about insurance. And then to write good code for that, you need to get intimately familiar with what you are building the code around. So you have to become like an expert, essentially, in insurance. You need to become an expert in, like, the medical field and stuff, just so you know everything that you can put into the code is there for a reason. You learned coding for games. It's horrible. So, like, because of that, I was like, I can't fucking handle that kind of thing. And now we live in a world where it's like, you don't need to know shit. Just have the AI do it for you. And then it's like, in my experience with AI, where I know what I'm talking about and I'm asking directly about something, and it's just like, try this. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like it's going to work. And then I try it, and I'm like, hey, that's a problem. That didn't work. And they're like, oh, yeah, I just reviewed again. I actually want you to do the opposite of it, you know? The other thing about it, too, is it's just getting, like, unsustainable in a cost sense. Because, like, the tokens that it takes in order to generate all of this shit is getting exponentially more expensive. So people who are using it at a high level because they have PhDs in coding and they know how to do everything, and they can just have it pull from their code base and everything and like, actually use it the way that it's helpful for, they're also getting priced out to where it's like, yeah, the amount of tokens that it takes for me to generate this is now reaching an expense that is, like, the salary of another coder. So like all of the time that we're ostensibly saving using this AI, it's not any cost savings because it balances out. Yeah, I feel that for sure, Kels. Just build your own AI. But it's like, I think the main problem with AI as it exists now is that there was kind of just like a... Someone was like, okay, well, we need to push this out to everything. Like, everything needs to use this shit. Everything needs to use this shit because, like, if we, like, all of our competitors are going to start using this and stuff. So they pushed it out to the masses to get, like, enough data and stuff. And then it's like the use case of it is just bullshit. So it's like building models on top of bullshit, and it's being used way too much, and it's too energy intensive and stuff. It should have never gotten outside of, like, the high engineering level, but it doesn't make money that way. So now it's all just a bunch of shareholders being like, this is the thing, we're investing all our money in it, we need a return on our investment, so it doesn't matter that it's boiling the fucking every lake in the country, and it's... And everyone hates living near a data center, and we need to make gigantic fucking data centers that just are essentially just like fucking Mordor. It's just fucking the shit Sauron's doing, cutting down Fangorn Forest and shit. But I could talk shit all day about it. Yeah, and more important, yeah, like, another one of the worst parts, like Reevy said, the RAM prices that are going up, like, playing games just isn't affordable anymore. Yeah, exactly. No one wants to live near a data center, so it's like, it's just such an unsustainable thing that's not ready, but they're pushing it out to the masses because that's how they needed to make money to, like, generate this all. And they thought, like, oh, we can get a return on investment if we have enough people using ChatGPT or whatever. And it's like, you know, it's just so... It's just bleak. Shit's just bleak. Alright, Soul of a Brave Warrior. We're gonna buy the club. Yeah, you just got a new PC and it... Yeah, that's... I'm in the same boat. Like, for streaming, like, my shit was just not functioning anymore, and I was like, I want to keep streaming, I want to keep doing this. So around like Memorial Day here a couple months ago, I was like, okay, I was gonna get a Steam machine and then just have that, like, capture that and just stream from the same way that I always did, even though it would be like pretty jank. And I was like, it just doesn't make any sense for me to do that. That's the hope. That's my hope, Cosmic. I like to think, like, things are bad, but that's the first step to things getting better, you know? Yeah, you don't even need to watch. But yeah, like, it's... I mean, if you know anything about the game industry right now, it's, like, really shitty because all of the major, like, AAA companies and shit are just sort of pushing this kind of stuff. And, like, right now, there's definitely, especially at Xbox, there's discussions of being like, well, it doesn't, we can't manufacture this shit. We can't manufacture this shit very well. Like, it's way too, everything, like, all of the people who are making all the component parts are just price gouging. Like, everything is more expensive because they know that, like, there's a shortage because all of the RAM and all of the SSDs and everything need to go into these data centers for these AI models, and we can't keep up with that demand. Like, physically, we cannot keep up with that demand. So, everything's more expensive, so those companies are also... I think there's, like, 3 manufacturers total that are making all of these components, and they're all just like, yeah, fuck it, you're gonna pay what we tell you to pay. That's why the Steam machine ended up being, like, $350 more expensive than it's, like, worth, and more than people are willing to pay. But, like, beyond that, it's like Xbox is kind of trying to lay the groundwork to be like, well, we did all of this investing into cloud gaming, so you don't even need to own your console anymore. You're not going to have any physical games. You don't even really need to own your console. You could just use an Xbox app on whatever shitty computer that you have. And what we're going to do is... Chat, does anyone remember what this guy was dropping? Demon Titanite. Okay, cool. And it's basically just like, just use our data centers, pay a monthly fee for like a terabyte's worth of bandwidth or whatever, however they calculate that. So like, that's a good attack, but this roll sucks. So it's like, you can't afford to buy a new Xbox. And the Xbox is going to be like $500 more expensive than it has any right to be. But you don't actually need it, because you can just use whatever computer you have or whatever Chromebook or whatever, and you can just stream games for a worse experience. Oh, I'm sure that would be a charge thing, for sure, Keystroll. I'm not saying that that's like what's happening right now, but Xbox has made some statements saying like, maybe cloud gaming's the future. And you know that that's going to be packaged in with like Xbox Live or whatever, where you get X amount of hours. Because it's like, if everyone started using cloud streaming, it's not like all of that bandwidth is going to be a real issue. Oh yeah, there's no way that they would be including it with Game Pass if everyone starts using it, you know? Yo, what's up, Plank? Plank! I got a bone to pick with you. The run today, we killed Ceaseless Discharge. We started with the Blacksmith Great Hammer. And then Petrus, our man Petrus, Plank made me feel very confident that checking, it's not actually Plank's fault. Oh, I forgot to kindle. Got owned by him the other day as well. I was also in Illusory Walls stream last night, Plank, and I mentioned to him, I was like, yeah, my buddy Plank was saying that it's like a 10% chance that you'll get the drop. Like a weapon drop. And Illusory's like, I feel like it's definitely more than that, but it is pretty low. I was like, yeah, I don't really remember where he got the data for that. But again, I mean, it's always a... My way of looking at it is, even if it is a 10% chance, because it's me and I have a good weapon, that is 100% chance that it is going to fuck me over. Every time. Oh yeah, Miracle Resonance. That makes sense that it's something like Miracle Resonance that would be the weird PTDE on PS3 or whatever. Is that how it works for you too? Yeah. 100% of the time it works when you don't want it to. I think that's the only percentage that actually matters. But yeah, how have your runs been going? This one is promising just because we already killed Ceaseless. And we did a lot of looting, but we haven't really got much to show for it. Yeah, you don't know the exact math. It's totally fine. Like I said, if I don't want it to happen, it's going to happen. But we have been getting pretty lucky with some gold pine resin drops. So, of course, it's going to be Ornstein and Smo or something at Sif. Dude, look at this guy back here. This must be one of QQ's chatters. This must be someone from QQ's chat. So bad, yeah, same. Pet sitting for a friend, haven't been able to, haven't been on for a couple days. The run I had yesterday was actually like, I checked the spoiler log after it, and I was so close to getting the Lord Vessel plank. It was in the aqueduct behind the rat, but there was like a skeleton bone dog there that I was like, I don't need to go up there right now. So I could have gotten the Lord Vessel. I started out with a pretty good weapon, and then I gambled on like just checking what a hollow dropped, and the hollow dropped a rapier, which I was 1 dexterity point off from being able to use, and it was Sanctuary Guardian in the Asylum. So I just opened the front door in the asylum because of like the weird warp that you can do. Like the if you use the dark sign right after the gate behind you closes, you can still open the door. And I just did like 11 damage every poke against the Sanctuary Guardian. Finally killed it. Made it through. Had a decent run going, and then it died to some bullshit. I don't even remember what it died to, but I was like, fuck, man. Tried really hard with that one. Is it really only one boss? That is correct. We have not found any good weapons. Like, we have this, which is good, but... Oh, that's right. It was a Taurus demon. It was a Taurus demon in this arena that killed mine. Yes, I didn't see that, Verge, but someone mentioned it to me, and I was like, dude... A Taurus demon followed me in here, and then I checked the spoiler log as well to see what enemy was here, and it was a fucking Taurus demon. I was like, god damn it. I called it, dude. I knew it was going to be fucking Ornstein. This is, like, super not worth, dude. But we have a lot of humanity, and you know what? Fuck it. I don't feel like dark signing from here. It's not good damage. I was heavy rolling. So my thing there was, I was like, you know what? I don't have a homeward bone. So I can't bone out. I guess I could have used the mushrooms, but it's like, what are you going to do, man? It's like I could have gone and fought Iron Golem, I guess, on the bridge or whatever, but... Let's check the spoiler log, chat. Let's see how close we were to the Lord Vessel. I'm feeling like it's going to be somewhere cursed. That tracking is next level. It does suck a whole lot. Alright, let's check the spoiler log here, chat. I'm sure it's going to be cursed. Let's see. Lord Vessel. Chat, do you want to know where the Lord Vessel was? In the Great Hollow. At the end of a branch that wraps around the main trunk, overlooks the area with 3 basilisks. That doesn't sound like somewhere I would want to go. That sounds like somewhere I did not want to go. Is that the drop one as well? Also, full disclosure, I have not practiced any of that. I have not practiced that. I haven't been to the Great Hollow in years, so we're in for a bad time there. Let's go ahead and randomize again. Start a new one, chat. Let's fucking start a new one. Why not? Non-boss Taurus seem to be kind of misjudged in how much damage they can do because of the demon runes scaling. Yeah, for sure, Verge. The thing that killed me with that Taurus in particular was he was on the part of the ruins in Sif's arena where there was like he like staggered a little bit and stepped on me and did a little bit of damage, and then he one-shot me because of it. Yeah, Great Hollow would probably be my last resort. Illusory Wall has been going to Great Hollow early to kill Crystal Lizard replacements and get a chance for good upgrade material, which is a good strat. I'm just really bad. I mean, Illusory Wall also has done he did the mapless run recently where he went through the entire game and turned off all of the map data. So we couldn't see anything. Yo, Caress, thank you for the follow. And for the okay, this is epic. Talked about maybe making that like a voice thing at some point, but okay, this start looks horrible. Carl Germ. I think this is 307. Sure, why not? Probably. I keep forgetting to update the attempts counter. I forget, do we have another name? I can't remember if we had another name. I don't feel like checking it. Speak now if you wanted me to name this something. Wanderer Tempting. Everything else looks pretty shitty. Wanderer it is. Jimothy. I do love Jimothy. Snafu turn. I mean with the channel point things. I can't remember if someone named it and then I forgot. That is something that I forgot about until Shahan did it today. I can check that for next stream though. Can pull up that queue. I just never have that open. That was more for like a speed running. The speed running days where I would be doing runs a bunch. These runs tend to take a lot longer than my typical speed run. Chat, I miss speedrunning Demon Tower. Jagged Ghostblade, pretty good start. Seath. Hey, what's up, Randomsome? Randomsome, I went to the location of the Wolf Ring last run. I don't think I got anything decent out of it, but... So Demon Tower is from the game Night in the Woods. It's a little mini game. This is like one of the worst enemies to have in this hallway. And I used to speedrun it. I think it was AGDQ 2021. I did a speedrun of it for that, which was really cool. That was like the online only one. That was before, so I did the speed run for it. Are you serious, man? I did the speed run for that at AGDQ. And then someone came into the Discord and was like, hey, I saw your run on GDQ. That was awesome. Ooh, Demon Titanite. Demon guys are dropping Demon Titanite. That's good to know. I only give 200? Jesus. Came into the Discord and they were like, hey, it was a really great run. Great job. I was a little surprised that you didn't use any of the speed tech. Here's me beating your world record with the speed tech. And I was like, wait, what? So it was a game that no one really did too many runs. I just followed like the world record run and like didn't discover any strats or anything. But there is a weird like timing based like way that you can do like stamina stuff that just allows you to get like really fast movement, like crazy fast movement. And then I was like, I was stoked. I was like, hell yeah. I think I held the world record for like a week, maybe. A week or two. Maybe a month, and then it was beaten. But then we kind of went back and forth a little bit with the world record there. And then both of us fell off of it, because... So it went from being like, I think my PB was like... I think it was like 10 minutes and then it became like an 8-minute speedrun. I can't remember specifically. But it's a fun little mini game. My GDQ run I think was like 16 minutes because it didn't have the speed tech and it was not fully optimal. Does anyone remember the run that I did? We'll do this until we get 2,000 souls. So we have a good cache of Demon Titanite in case we find like Quaylag's Fury Sword. Anyone remember the run in Demon Tower where I lost the world record because my controller disconnected? That shit was funny. Guaranteed 2 Demon Titanite from this guy is pretty wild. But yeah, if you haven't played Night in the Woods, I highly recommend it. Alright, buddy. He's defending himself somehow. Alright, so we just gotta watch out for that. Yeah, it's a really cool game. So, Demon Tower is like a whole separate... It's like a mini game within the game that you don't unlock right away. And it's like a visual novel kind of game. I guess it's not really a visual novel, but it's like... I feel like that's the closest kind of comparison I can give to it. Customers preferred AI chatbots, apparently. I fucking highly doubt that. That sounds like some CEO bullshit of like, look at how much interaction our chatbots get versus... Yeah, cut down the call volume, for sure. That sucks, Reevy. I got very mad at a AI chatbot recently. Because I was just trying really hard. I was essentially like my job is kind of just boiled down to me screaming at the top of my lungs into the void at like corporations that handle licensing for like business critical shit. Where I'm like, please take my company's money. I just need you to renew this license that we already have. Please. Just take the fucking money. Because it's, like, impossible to get anything. Oh, nice camera. Seath's wing just, like, fucked up my camera. Is that a rat? God, this fucking sucks. Oh, good, 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 good. So I'm like, hey... My renewal's coming up. I would really like to be able to, you know, renew. What? Scary. Okay. Being like, hey, my renewal is coming up. Please. Let me renew the license. And it just being like, oh, you have to reach out to your reseller and stuff. So it was an AI chatbot that I had to talk to. And it was literally just like, we don't handle this for you. Like, you have to reach out to your reseller. And I was like, my reseller has been reaching out to your team for fucking weeks. Nothing. I just need to talk to a manager. And it had like an automated thing that you could click where it's like talk to a representative, and I just spam clicked that like 1,000 times, and it kept prompting it, and it kept writing out the same paragraph over and over again. You have a friend who's been on call 24/7 with Microsoft tech support because a certificate on Microsoft's side expired. Company's sole tech guy with knowledge, so they have been on call for weeks. Yep. That is how it works now. It's fun. It's great. Makes me very happy to be in the industry that I'm in. That kind of shit is so common, Kestrel, and it drives me fucking crazy. Microsoft is particularly bad with it. They also, Microsoft in the past, like, year has laid off, like, 7,000 employees and just dumped a bunch of money into Copilot. And they're spiking all of the licenses that they have. Nice, Petrus, thank you. They're spiking all of the licensing that they have. Like 3 times as expensive now for like Power BI or whatever, because instead they're offering much cheaper a Copilot license that essentially does the same thing. So if you want to keep using Power BI, it is going to cost you like 3 times the amount. And they did the same shit with Exchange servers back in the day. Okay, so this gambit actually paid off today for this run. Yeah, and Copilot sucks shit and no one's using it. And they're like, well, someone will use it eventually. Do you think the Windows updates that break your PC are all related to vibe coding? No, I do not, because that shit has been going on my entire career, and I've been working in IT for like 15 years. I'm sure it's gotten worse currently because of vibe coding, for sure, but that has just always been a Microsoft problem. Also that random sum, but who in that tax bracket isn't these days, you know? I had a Windows update completely brick one of my servers. Like literally like had to rebuild a server because of it. That was fun. Let's throw a little into strength. No Luigi emoji. Yeah, but I totally believe that it's probably way worse now, but that has always been a thing. And yeah, Microsoft just, God, it sucks so bad. It's, I cannot explain to you just how fucking, I have always hated my job. I've always hated my career. It was kind of a thing that I fell into, and I was like, yeah, well, I can do this and then do other shit on the side. I just need a steady income. Do you try Linux instead of Windows? Yes, I do. That doesn't really work for a company that I support a bunch of old ladies. Hey, just move to Linux, or like the weird, shitty, proprietary like Xerox software that we have to use and stuff. Some of my servers are Linux, and Linux is frustrating in the opposite direction, where people love, and this isn't a knock at you, Jacob, at all. People love to be like, just use Linux. And then it's like, if I am using Linux and trying to do something fairly simple, and I'm not quite getting what I need, like I'm not quite getting like the outcome that I need, and then I'm searching around for it, and I find a Linux, you know, like a Linux forum of people talking about it and explaining my exact problem. And without fail, it's always like, do this. And it just says, do this, and it's a process that I have even less understanding of than the fucking thing I'm trying to do. And then I'm like, how do I do that? And then I have to go into another Linux forum that does the exact same thing, and it's like a nesting doll problem of like no one actually being helpful. In my experience, and maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places, trying to get something to work on Linux and having to like rely on like forums and like message boards and stuff, it kind of feels like every single Linux person is like, it's not my job to educate you. And I'm like, you're literally working as a Linux like engineer. Like, I get you're not wrong, but like for people who are like, you need to start using Linux, they sure like to kind of gatekeep it just by being like, just do this. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I did die. I died because it was a mercy kill. It ended up that the Lord Vessel was in the Great Hollow anyway, Blitz, but I was fat rolling. The only viable weapon that I could use was a great club, which is great, and I had a lot of pine resin for it. So of course I have a good weapon, and I can buff it with lightning. So of course the boss that I went to go and fight and was locked into the arena was Ornstein and Smo, where I was doing no damage because of the lightning. You're on Ubuntu now. I do want to switch to Linux for personal use, but my problem with it, all the stuff that I just explained, it's like that's frustrating enough, but also consider that like 9 hours of my day is me dealing with that on all kinds of systems, like Windows, Linux, proprietary software, all manner of all of that shit. So then if I'm like trying to set something up on Linux and I gotta, you know, run some like terminal commands or whatever, that was so close to probably killing me, honestly. My frustration is just amplified because I'm like, I just did this shit all day at work. So it's like, I just hate computers, honestly. Like, I just want to live in the fucking woods and only have to, like, stream Dark Souls slop. That is my ideal experience with computers, is only Dark Souls slop. Immaculate Strafe, thank you. It was totally intentional. Oh, yeah, I know Frex and Button. Yeah, of course. But, I really like Linux, but I've had really bad luck with implementing it. So the other really frustrating thing about my career right now is all of that stuff that I was just mentioning about, like, trying to find answers for shit that's, like, either proprietary or just I have a weird use case, so it's really hard to kind of find anything with it. Any experience with BSD? Just the chatter on Twitch. Just BSD, the Dark Souls chatter. I haven't seen BSD in a while. I hope they're doing well. But no, I don't really have too much experience with BSD. Like, I know what it is, but I haven't really used it at all. But, another thing about Linux, too, is it is not really great for streaming. But the really frustrating thing is I have all of this, like... all of these, like... most of my day is me just bashing my head against really weird use cases and trying to get any kind of information, which is so much harder now because Google is just dog shit and everything is just AI slop. Is that 2 Hydras? Chat, we have the legendary 2 Hydra. The double Hydra. I'm excited to tell Illusory Wall that this... Right, and it's Qualag. I can't tell which Hydra this is. Would like to finish my thought here. So, going through all that shit really sucks. And, now, when I try and get, like, training resources or anything like that, my boss just says, just use Claude. I might get fucking blasted here. And then I use Claude, and Claude's like, you're right to be frustrated. I was completely wrong with what I was trying to tell you to do. You should actually do the opposite of what I told you to do. Literally, that has been my use case with Claude. And I explained that on meetings, and he's like, oh, well, you know, just keep using it. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, hire a dude named Claude. And, like, my main fear above all of that as well is that this is just every company is just like, yeah, just have the AI do it and stuff. And it's like, but if we're not learning what we're supposed to be doing here, like, then... that is not a lot of damage. We'll come back later. I think he would prefer that. My boss, for the most part, has been really cool and a good boss and stuff, but it's like this recent AI shit is, like, very frustrating to me. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Jesus Christ. I think this is okay, though. Wait, can we hit it down here? This sucks. I think we're at least safe. Does this do the AoE attack, I guess, is the big question. Zero clue how anything works, yeah. I mean, that's the direction that every fucking person with any kind of capital to make shit happen. It's the direction everyone wants it to go, and it sucks. Like, I get the usefulness of it as a tool in some respects, but it's like, it's just not there yet, and dumping everything into it benefits no one. It's just like an excuse for CEOs to fire a bunch of people. People who say yeah, it sucks, man. So, I wish I could see how much fucking damage I've done to this thing. Yeah, the only AI that I recognize is Allen Iverson. Said it before, I'll say it again. Yeah, if I'm even doing damage. I'm definitely hitting it. I'm seeing, like, the particle effects. It's just, like, not really doing a whole lot of damage. And it's like, is it even worth hoping that this is, like, a twinkling? There we go. What do we got? Not worth it whatsoever. Oh god, this is so cursed. Now we can be faster. Most software is slow and buggy. Yeah, I think my issue with that as well, Duck, is that everyone's like, look at how much more efficient we are or something, but it's like, yeah, but like efficiency that no one knows what the fuck is even happening. Yeah, so that is kind of a dead end over that way. Living up to your name, hell yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, we're so much more efficient. It's like, yeah, but if something goes wrong in like a disaster setting and you have no idea what the shit does, doesn't matter how efficient it works. Like, my other thing is, it's like everyone's putting all of their eggs in one basket and they're like, well, just dump it all into Claude. We'll just keep using Claude. And it's like, okay, what happens if Anthropic fucking crashes because they can't afford to dump endless money into this like non-profitable tool anymore? Or, even if that's something that doesn't happen, what about, I don't know, what if, like, the tokens that are required to run this shit get so expensive that you can't afford to use it anymore? And then it's like, okay, well, we have all this shit built with Claude, and our entire workflow for the past year has been, we'll just ask Claude. And then if we have to stop using Claude because it's too expensive, then what the fuck do we do? It's all just short-term, like, bullshit. Alright, so that guy's dropping gold pine resin. Cheaper Chinese version that stole everything from Claude. I feel like that's probably also a lot better than Claude. Yeah, that's the other really scary thing, Cosmic. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Just, my one buddy that I was talking to that I work with, who is of a similar mindset to me, was just like, man, like, because I'm always like, dude, I just need the fucking bubble to burst. Ugh. But it's also like so much shit is riding on it that it's like, what is the burst gonna even look like? This is definitely like the Tomb of Giants one, dude. You bring them all the way down. I don't even know if we'll need to, honestly. We might just be able to do it from here. Nope. Fuck it. Alright, chat. I do have a bit of a headache. It's around that time anyway. You were saying? But yeah, it's like, I don't know, all the AI shit is just, it's like a zero benefit. It's like, oh, look how efficient we are, look. And it's like, when you look at things through like the CEO mindset of what a cost is, it's a whole different thing. Like, they're not thinking about the environmental cost. They're not thinking about the cost to the communities that live around the data center that don't have any water pressure, or, you know, how we're making the country and the planet unlivable because of this shit. They're only seeing like, oh, well, I can see in my weird spreadsheet that I have number go up for like my shareholders or for my, we can lay off all these people because their jobs can be automated now. And it's like, that is not how shit actually works. So it's all, bleak. Yeah, it's the short-term pump. And it's been that, like, there's always been, like, the short-term, short-sightedness shit in the business world that has, like, made everything worse. But it's, like, it just feels accelerated now. Yeah, thanks for hanging, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been really nice. The slop has been rude. We'll also check the spoiler log on that one. We'll see what was going on with that. Chat, I do have some charity streams coming up where we're going to be doing something similar. My idea is I'm going to have a big old wheel of every single weapon in Dark Souls. And every time we hit a $50 milestone towards the charity, we're going to spin the wheel. And that wheel is going to be like, oh, broken straight sword. And we're going to be doing this exact kind of randomizer. But the difference is going to be, it's not going to be permadeath. And when we spin the wheel, it is going to lock me into the next boss that I fight. I have to use that weapon against it. And we're going until we finish it. So it won't be too bad, because it's not like I will lose the weapon and I'll have to, scrounge around and stuff. Like, we'll make it work. But even better, I know that times are really tough right now. It's hard to give any money. But when we do it, I also want to emphasize the importance of, like, a small donation, like $5 donations. And with that, if you donate $5, you'll be able to make me change my gear for, like, the whole, like, until someone else changes it. So you could be like, oh, why don't you put on the symbol of avarice? And I will be using Dark Souls Gadget to put that on. So it's kind of like an auto-equip in that respect. Yo, what's up, Mo? Oh, yeah, that's a Demon Souls background that I have here. So, I think that'll be fun. And then it'll also be unlocking things. I have, we'll be doing, like, a bonus stream as well, or a bonus stream or two. Got some good ideas for it, like a big old Ocarina of Time randomizer. Haven't done one of those on stream in a while, and the more, like, donation milestones we hit with those $5 donations and things like that, the more of those that we hit, we will unlock different features that we will be randomizing in the Ocarina of Time randomizer. So more info to come on that. I think it's going to be, like, next week we're going to be starting that, so it should be a good time. But let's find someone to raid. I appreciate everyone hanging. Not sure if I'll be streaming tomorrow night. I got therapy tomorrow night. Happens right after work. So usually I'm not feeling up to stream after that, but we'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do, like, a little later start to stream or something. Who do we have streaming right now? You had therapy today? Hell yeah! I hope it went well. Let's see. Let's throw it over to Lee. I think it was recently Lee's birthday, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember seeing on socials or something. But Lee is great. Stardew Valley streamer, speedrunner, and all around cool person. So go say what's up to a 20-something loser. And hang out for some Fields of Mystria. So not Stardew tonight, but Fields of Mystria, pretty similar. It's a great game. I haven't played it since 1.0 dropped, but I need to. Too busy doing other stuff, But yeah, go say what's up to Lee. And I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye. Bye, guys.